one of our goals as a district was to decrease suspensions. And so that made me and my team really reflect on why we're suspending. Like, what are we truly trying to gain from a suspension? Are we trying to change behavior? And is it working? And that answer was no. We began operating from the belief that kids don't want to mess up. They don't want to be disruptive. They just need a little coaching and maybe learn some coping skills to have an alternative of what to do. So we began looking at executive function skills and knowing that the more traumatic events that have happened in a child's life, the more they're going to struggle with behaviors and struggle in life. So these are skills that we can teach. We first had to start as a faculty saying our kids aren't trying to do things to be disruptive or to get out of school. Like, they need coaching and they need help. And so as soon as we did that, we built in some things like, if you need a timeout from me, there's a timeout place in the room, and you could just go over there and kind of tune everything out and kind of get yourself back together. The second thing we did is a buddy teacher. Maybe someone's bothering you inside this room, so I'm going to send you to the buddy teacher, or you can let me know you need a buddy teacher moment. So they go to the buddy teacher for a certain amount of minutes that the teachers kind of have worked out with themselves, their secret code. And so then they come back and they're ready to be on task. We also built we call it the calm down room or the cool down room in the main office. And it's my office, the calm down room, and then my assistant principal's room. So they know they can go in there. I bought a bunch of Legos and things like that, and they kind of really decompress, and then they know they have to talk to me, my assistant, or my counselor before they return to class. And we kind of coach them up about, hey, this is how we can handle that, or maybe we need to do a conflict mediation between two kids, or something like that. So just helping them solve the problem, and also giving them the language of saying, I have a problem, I need help fixing it. Or you and I have a problem, and we need to fix this, instead of fighting. Or and it's okay to disagree, and because someone disagrees with me, that doesn't mean we have to fight or anything. That's okay. We can disagree, and maybe we can talk through it because we're scholars. And so we really stress to them that they're scholars. We built a focus room that we alternate on who is in there to help the child. So maybe they did fight. Maybe they did actually lay hands and hit someone. Well, instead of a suspension out of school, we're doing more of an in-school. So instead of them being home and when they come back, they're going to repeat the same thing, they're at school, and we're able to say, okay, how could we have done this differently? And one of the things we do also in there is we write a lot of apology letters. So we need to apologize who we had the fight with. We need to apologize to our teacher. We need to apologize to the student body. Sometimes we need to apologize to our parents because our parents aren't condoning this, And then we have to get all of those letters signed, and just depends on what we did, and then that reflection piece, they're like, oh my gosh, I should have handled this completely different. The one thing we do at Anderson is we always say, and we measure, everything we do is measured against this one statement: is it best for the kid and not adult convenience? So it's not about the adults. We've already been through school. It's about how we can make this situation better for a child and help them in their growth.